lot of people making money off of us being disconnected and even hating our bodies. And, the need for us to medicate, to regulate these extraordinarily intelligent emotions that long to be explored and expressed. The message that we have to, change the way our face is shaped and the wrinkles and the color and the this, that, and the other, the hair, everything. It's a very serious business and many businesses, and we know that. And it's treacherous to actually have reflections that let us, it's treacherous to fall in love with what we truly are and to navigate through these potholes that are really designed to cause us to want to go spend more money and dislike ourselves. And we've gone so far from what is healthy and whole. And I feel that those of us as oldering beings, women, however we identify, have a responsibility to say, hey, here are role models of people who have come to make peace with this incredible form that we have landed in this lifetime, and to discover the majesty of just that, with the aches and the pains and the challenges and the wrinkles and the whole thing. And the sad thing is, it's not only do we spend so much time and money hurting ourselves and then having to heal ourselves, but we also lose connection with this life force that is so powerful and so creative and so intelligent and so critically needed in order to help humanity navigate through these very, very difficult times. And if we're asleep, or if we're not connected to our soul forces and the great energy that longs to move through us, we are not able to assist. And we have to join our hands together right now. And we need each other, and we need to, it's an act of rebellion, and it's an act of revolution. It's an act of sanity and dignity when we don't prescribe to what, I can't think of the author's name, The Beauty Myth, when we don't prescribe to all these stories that there's something wrong with us, but rather we get to know what's actually our nature. And the dance and being in a community that can offer us reflections, both those together really give us a space to befriend the vulnerability and the intelligence of who we are. And from that, our gifts can be cultivated. So it's in some ways, after this time of all of us being in front of these Zoom screens, in some ways it's worse than ever, even after all the work that we've done. And at the same time, there is so much, speaking of that work, that's happened to awaken people's curiosity and knowledge about somatic intelligence. So we're really at the cusp of some possibility that the things that you and I bushwhacked, and we were, of course, endowed with some great teachers, those things will become more mainstream and are. And so that's the bad news and the good news.
It's always a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
I think there could be a lot of, I think this particular, lockdown and all of that was an opportunity for us to go inside, to stop focusing everything on the outside world and to look at our interior space, our inner landscapes, and to communicate with ourselves, which a lot of people spend a lot of time and a lot of money in order to never have to do that. So I do think it created that opportunity. And I think you made a good point also about community, in the sense that if you want to step out of anything, you need that community to support you, because it's very difficult if you have a different idea. Like if you decide that I don't want to buy into this concept of somebody else telling me what's beautiful, you somehow need support, because you're going to be bombarded from all sides of everyone telling you that you're wrong, just because that's the cultural norm. So I think community becomes really important when you're trying to find or experience these other places or these other ideas. And And unfortunately, in the West, as you mentioned, I think control is such an issue, that very masculine power over thing, that we want to control our bodies and what we think and everybody around us. And instead of that, allowing that, embracing my body, whatever my body is, and just allowing it to be and finding the wonder in that. No, I need control. I need to make it what I want it to be, and control always comes from fear. So I suppose that it's based in that. But yeah, there's it's not easy.
Well,
I think we
exactly.
really do need community. Yeah.
We all want to belong, and if everything out there is telling us you are to behave and look this way in order to belong, we're going to work really hard to try and make that happen. And of course, that's not what real community is built on.